MDefenders is a faculty-sponsored student organization at the University of Michigan Law School that is designed to both introduce students to the world of public defender work and criminal legal system reform, help them figure out if this is the right career path for them, connect them to other like-minded students, and provide them with training and job support to get the kinds of jobs they want when they graduate.
It is truly so special. I don't think there is any other law school or any other law professor who is doing what Professor Primus has done at the University of Michigan for people like me who want to do this job. And I have friends at other law schools who want to do this too. And when I describe what we get to do as 2Ls and 3Ls and the kind of attention and assistance and encouragement that we're getting, it's singular.
I was really discouraged before I came to law school because where I was working, I felt like I was one of very few people who cared about what happened to people who were accused of crimes. I wanted to represent clients with dignity and with respect, and I felt like being a public defender was so misunderstood. And I came here hoping that I would meet like-minded people. What I didn't realize was that I was meeting my people.
Because of MDefenders, it was a lot easier to connect with other aspiring public defenders, and that was a group of people that I wanted to be around, that I learned from, that I grew with, and it was an exposure to the kind of camaraderie that I have come to expect and appreciate from the sort of broader public defender community.
The public defense community at Michigan is incredible. So the people who are involved are just so kind of welcoming and supportive and inclusive, and I think it makes you feel, it's made me feel like, oh, I'm a part of something special, and I'm like excited about doing this with my life.
Part of it's like institutional, it's Professor Primus, it's like the class and everything, but part of it is just because that exists, it attracts a lot of people who want to do this, and you feel less crazy for wanting to do it. And you have a lot more good advice about good offices versus bad offices, and just a lot more insight about how to do it well.
So I have probably cold emailed like at least a dozen MDefenders alumni, which is not something I would normally do if I could not start the email with, "Hi, my name is Hannah Lefton and I'm in MDefenders." But it has been an immense help. Everyone that I've reached out to has responded. The vast majority of people have responded and said, "I would be happy to talk to you, here's my cell phone, give me a call whenever." But it's just a super open network, it's a super welcoming network, it's a group of people who really do want the next generation of public defenders to succeed. And I think that we see that starting in the law school. Like even as a 1L, I had a lot of 3L mentors who were able to kind of like walk me through the processes that I needed help with. And I know that those people are now alumni who are doing the same thing for 1Ls that they don't even know.
Professor Primus is incredible. She's so brilliant, and like her name's on every like criminal procedure, like textbook, law review article, whatever. But she is so committed to helping individual students at Michigan like go where they want to go with public defense, and she's so committed to helping us become the best public defenders we can, like individually.
And that's what Eve does. Eve is just constantly there to support us, to remind us that the work that we're doing is important and challenging and hard, but worthwhile and important and necessary. And she's just a wonderful kind of leader in that way, because she's also very selfless with her time.
Her class was very intentional. And it was very useful. You could tell that she was teaching both to people who were just taking that class to understand criminal procedure for the bar, who just kind of needed a basic understanding to pass an exam, but also to people who wanted to practice criminal procedure and who would maybe need to know that like this is what the case law says, but this is how judges actually interpret it, and it doesn't really necessarily align with what the actual language is. Or this is a place where we have two kind of conflicting decisions and there's some gray area in between where you can play as a practicing attorney. And I think she brings that same like intentionality and utility to everything that she's done.
Eve Primus is the greatest advocate you'll ever have. I've never met a teacher or a professor who pushes that hard for her own people. And if you become someone who is active in MDefenders or in PDTI, you become one of her people, and she will fight for you just like anybody else that she cares about. And she is someone who is known in the public defender community, and that goes a long way. She not only will encourage you to be your best self, but she will also go to bat for you if she believes in you. And that is something that you just can't compare to anybody else in the country. Like, if you are going out there to fight in this public defender world, you want Eve Primus in your corner. And if she is in your corner, you feel like you can do anything.